Hello there, and welcome to another Commodore 64 playthrough. And today we're going to play through Stunt Car Racer. What a game this is! This is right there. Another one of these. I say it every week, but one of these where it's definitely a top 10 game. It's just absolutely superb. So, what's the game all about? Well, I mean, it's a racing game basically, but it's very unusual. So, the simple idea is that you have to basically either race individually or you can race against a computer opponent on a track. But the track isn't just any old track. The track is actually a sort of stunt track, so it's got ramps and jumps and all sorts of things. So here you can see the first one I'm going to have a go at. This is the practice mode. You'll see there's a big ramp at the back and then there's a little ramp in the middle. But the little ramp in the middle, obviously, you've got to leap over. So this was coded by Geoff Crammond, who did Sentinel and Revs, and right at the top of his game with this one. Because as you can see, I've not got it on any fancy modes. It is so quick. Vector graphics on a Commodore 64, absolutely unheard of at the time. I remember when I used to play this a lot and I got good at it, I would play it in 200% mode just to sort of give myself a really good challenge. So the first thing you do is you get dropped on this track. And then there's no gears or anything else like that. You just basically drive your little car. I say little, it's probably some V8 monster. And you get drive through. I mean, look how quick it is. It's just fantastic how quick this thing is. So I'm going around a corner here, yeah, and you get all these realistic noises. You get the feel. I mean, obviously you can't tell off the video, but you get a feel for the sort of controls of the car. So I've just done my big jump there. How fantastic was that? And then you also get a boost option, which is by pressing fire. And then I'm just concentrating on getting around this corner. And then you can sort of... Oh, and I fell off. No, that's no good. And then what happens is this crane appears. Brilliant. And it puts you somewhere. So obviously it's going to have to put me a bit further on than that, or else I'm going to... Oh, that's no good, is it? I'm just going to crash again. What am I supposed to do with that? Rotters. So it's completely different to sort of normal racing games. You're usually on a track and you're running, you're playing against somebody or somebody else, and but this is like completely different. So you start off in the sort of 4th division, and then you have to sort of there's like a leaderboard, and you play against either other players or you can play against computer players. And then if you top the divisions, then you can then go and play in the 3rd division, 2nd division, 1st division, and so on and so forth. So it's a really good, progressively challenging game, and as you may worked out, that the higher divisions you play, the harder the game is. So I'm just trying to keep myself right here because I want to get myself as fast as possible. So you boost, you don't get infinite boost, you get the Dukes of Hazzard style, another 80s reference, or Dukes of Hazzard 70s. I don't know anyway. Who cares? So so you get a boost, which bottom left-hand corner, it's the B. So that's how much boost you get. So you don't get infinite, but you do get plenty of it. I better go a bit faster so I get over the little hump. Yeah, you did it that time. And then I'm going over the big one. Whee! It's just absolutely tremendous. And to think that they managed to get this out of an 8-bit machine, the guy, absolute legend. Can't say enough good things. I mean, I love Sentinel as well. Sentinel is one of my favorite games of all time. And the fact that you can, you got somebody who's coding something very esoteric and very unusual like Sentinel, and then comes out with this absolute corker of a racing game, which is completely different to Sentinel. It's just amazing. So you can see, so I'm really going for it now. So my best lap at the moment is 53 seconds, which is the bottom right hand corner. So let's see what we can do. It's something or bust, isn't it? I remember playing this for hours and hours and hours and hours, trying to get up the divisions and stuff. You can save your progress in the career mode, obviously, because you can't just do it all at the same time. but you know, the playability and everything is just amazing. And as you can see, I'm bouncing all the way over this track because you know, I did quite a time right. I think sometimes less is more with these type of games. You know, it's not about how fast you can go; it's about you know, it's also about getting your speeds right. So sometimes a little less is a little more. So that was the little ramp. Let's go and practice the hump back, whatever that's all about. So let's have a look at this. Oh, those corners look tight. Wow. I mean, look how quickly it renders. It's just such an exciting game. I'm not looking forward to those corners. I'm terrible at corners. I need to go and invest in a decent joystick as well. I use a joypad and it's not fantastic. Oh, we're green now. We were brown before, but we're green now. It's not a fantastic controller. So yeah, so plonk myself here and off we go. Brum brum. Let's get some speed up. I mean, you live once. There we are. Oops, oops. Yes, I know, I know. Oh, nearly lost it then. Right, so we need to get some serious wheels going on here, don't we? If I'm not in contact with the tarmac, I'm not exactly going to be doing very well. Yeah, I do remember this. I mean, like we've just gone over a hill there, and it almost makes you feel sick, doesn't it? Fantastic. Oh dear. Oh, I thought that was a corner. Oh, I thought that was a corner. Oh no. Here comes Mr. Crane. Sorry about that, Mr. Crane. So I think this is a bit where going absolutely hell for leather isn't the best strategy because you're going up and down these humps. So you're going up, down. You know, it's a bit like going on the back of a dinosaur's back, isn't it, really? So up, down, yeah. So just speed up. Oops, yeah. So, you know, so much fun this. I don't know if he did it for the 16-bit machines, but yes, actually, I do back in my mind, he did do it for the Amiga. And, you know, you can imagine playing it on a super speedy machine like that. Whee! So, yeah, it's super, super, super cool, this. Yes. Oh, dude, yeah. So I can't, you know, I have no bad things to say about the game. You know, the sound's great because you get that good feedback from it. The controls are excellent. It's very responsive. You know, if I'm turning, I'm turning, and if I'm not, I'm not. So it's graphics. How good is this for a Commodore 64? I do like the trick that some of these programmers did though, whereas they made the screen appear a little bit smaller. So although you feel like you're in a full screen game, you're actually not because they've made the screen sort of about 2/3 the size. But you know that's absolutely fine. The gameplay, you know, this isn't tremendously difficult, but it does get harder as you go up the levels. And the challenges are there. You can play against your friends. You can play against the computer. You've got a career mode. You can just pick your favorite track. You know, you can go in any division you want and just play all the different tracks and have a good laugh. So it's all there, and you know, it has a real sort of cult following. This game definitely does. So let's try this little dinosaur bit again. Whee! Absolutely amazing. What are we doing here? I'm getting bored, so I'm going to get a bit faster. See what happens. See what happens when you get impatient. Tut 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 tut. Whee! Come on then. I need to get a serious move on now. So you get 3 sort of these practice laps. Yeah, it's never a good idea to put your booster thingy on, is it, when you're going around a corner? This is lap 3. Oops! So this is Stunt Car Racer. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the beginning again, and I'm just going to just try one go of the sort of league mode, just to sort of give you a flavour of that. That's me. So start the racing season. Ta-da! Jumping Jack versus me. How exciting! Yeah, okay, fine. Done this one before. So off he goes. Here he goes in his little crane again. They love the crane, don't they? I don't know if this is an accurate simulator of how this happens in real life because, I'm not American. I don't know if this is like an Americanism. Can we go? Can we go? Away. There he is. Oh, let's go and get him. Yeah. So I mean, again, it's not massively sophisticated, but it's the graphic elements to it quite cool. And he's fell off. God, how did I manage that? I'm gonna blame my joystick. Silly joystick. Okay, where are you actually gonna put me? Where are you gonna put me? Thank you very much. I don't know if in America this is actually sort of something that happens where people run around the track and they crash and they get a crane and the crane pulls them up or something. I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling that I'm going to get. I'm absolutely wasting my time here trying to get after that dude. So let's go on. Let's get a bit faster. It reminds me the little when you trying to catch up with the other guy. It reminds me very much of Mercenary, which was a really good game. It was a sequel to Tau City, which is another game that I featured on here. I never quite managed to get into Mercenary. It was a bit. Oh dear. Crash. Yeah, the pressure of chasing is just too high. Just too high. I was just never going to do it. Yeah, that was a sequel of Tau City. It was a game I could never really get into, but it's certainly reminiscent of that. That uses a lot of vector graphics and those sort of things. Am I going to get lapped on my first lap? This is the question. If very bottom left-hand corner, you can actually see how close you are to the opposing car. So I don't know what the units of measurements are. I'm assuming it's something like meters or feet, but it's a lot. It's a lot. So let's see what we're doing here. Well, somehow, even though I've got my boost on, I'm actually less than for some reason. Oh, and he crashes off. Anyway, Stunt Car Racer. Make sure you have a go. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you've got any questions, leave a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe.